Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie and we are back in the world of Warcraft. This is a remake of the mage I made on the trial account. This is on my main account. If y'all didn't know, this is the BOA stuff. This is the tune we will be using for most of our guides and stuff. Kind of like our main tune. But today we're going to be going over professions, and I'm going to show you a couple ways you can make some money. So, there are a few professions in here. This is the inn at Goldshire. If you're not familiar with the human area, Goldshire is a little town right below Stormin in the starting area for the humans. You come down here and grab some quests. Now there's a lot of people out here, so this is where people come to do duels and stuff. So if you come out here, you're probably going to get somebody to try to duel you. If they do try to duel you, make sure you check to see what their level is first, and then inspect them and see what their items are before you do anything. And then when you inspect somebody, just click on them, and their little nameplate will come down here, and you can just right click on the nameplate, and inspect will be one of the options. And then you can just look at any items they have on them, as long as they're still near you. Now if you're playing the default WoW texture pack, it'll be up here in the right hand corner, or left hand corner, instead of down here. Okie doke. So, professions. It used to be a whole lot harder than it is now. Now, well, I'll show you. There was professions up here. This is your mage trainer. This one is your first aid.
Hello.
Here. Requires 95 gold. Now it does require some gold to train. So you'll need to kill some stuff and get a little bit of supply of gold up, or silver. So it'll take you a little bit to train. That's first aid. The rogue trainer's in here. There's a little room where they come in a party and do some other stuff. Yeah, other stuff. It is a bedroom. Back here is the cooking trainer. Right here, and the cooking supplies. Okay. And the cooking trainer, the best thing to level the cooking up with is the spiced bread here. And this dude here sells everything you need to make the spiced bread. Well, not him.
Be careful.
Where's the supply, dude?
Good day to you.
Anyway,
See you later.
one of these dudes sells cooking supplies. Bartender, general goods?
What can I do for you?
Nah.
Light bless you.
There's a trades good guy somewhere. Let's go find him. It's gonna be irritating. Let's look down here. This is probably him. Yep, trade goods.
Need help?
And they'll require the spices and the flour, and you can do that. This dude here will train you with every profession in the game besides the secondary professions. The best ones to get to make money with are the herbalism, mining, and skinning. Skinning does not provide any XP when you do that. The herbalism and mining, both when you mine and herb, will give you experience for doing that. So if you're wanting things that will help you level, those two will help you level. And you can also, all three of these will make you lots of money on the AH. And we'll show you the AH later. Now before you decide to come on here and start making yourself some money, There is an add-on that you will probably want to get that'll help you out. It's called Auctionator, and it is from the Curse client. You can download the mod just like you did the Heal'em and the GUI thing. If you want another UI, you can download it from there too. These are authorized mods. You always want to check to make sure the mod is authorized before you download it, or you can get banned for it. So make sure of that. Auctionator does not. It's not a bot. It doesn't. It's illegal to use bots. Well, it's against WoW rules to use bots in the game to get an unfair advantage over other people. So you can't use a mod that bots the auction house for you. But what Auctionator does is it scans the auction house and keeps a listing of prices of everything that's been posted on the auction house every day, and it keeps that list for you. And then it gives you an average every time. So every time you scan it, it'll prices will be better every time. The averages will be better. You'll get, if you start doing it every day like clockwork, eventually your prices will get where they'll average out to an average, and they won't spike as much. But I can tell you what most of the usual stuff is. This is the blacksmithing here, and he has a quest, but this quest isn't blacksmithing. It's something to do with going to Stormin. And over here is the leatherworking trainer, if you want to go do these in person. Now, the profession trainer will only train you for your first initial level. Once you get up so high, you have to actually go into Stormwind to the professional trainers in Stormwind to gain more levels in it, so you can up your skill. And this is the leatherworker. This is the skinner. And over here is a fisherman. One of these dudes. Yep, there's the fisherman trainer. And there's a guy somewhere that'll sell you fishing rods. If not, you can get them from the trade supplier. And there's a guy in Stormwind on one of the docks around the canals that will sell you a fishing rod. Now, as I tried to mention in previous video, there's also pet battling. Now, if you've upgraded to the MOP, then you've got pet battling. And if you're first starting the game, you probably won't have pet battling unlocked. You have to be at least 5th level, I believe. And then you have to go pay money to get the thing unlocked in your game. And then you can start pet battling. That will not stop you from going ahead and getting... Hold on, let me take care of this guy. You have to be careful in the woods here, because there are red monsters in here that will attack you on sight. And there's also thieves, as you've seen over there. Now, this is the Crazy Cat's house, and this lady sells pets. And you come in and open his, and you can buy these pets. Now, you have to get up the money to buy this, and you'll need at least a little bit of silver left over after you buy one to post it on the edge. And you can look that price up ahead of time and go ahead and save up that money. But what you do is you buy one of these pets here, and then you learn it.
See you later.
And you come into here, and this is your pet battling journal. And then you put the pets that you've bought from this lady on here, and you level them up to usually 4 or 5 will work. And then you can just right click on it and put it back in the cage, and then that'll enable you to post it on the edge. Now, if it's a pet that you've caught in the wild, let me see if I can find one that I caught in the wild. Infected fawn. See if it's one you caught in the wild, see how there's no put it back in the cage. So if it's one that you caught in the wild, you cannot put it back in the cage. I don't know why, but you can't. It's only ones that you've bought or ones that you can catch, that drops and stuff. And those are the only ones that you can actually trade and put on the age. And you can go higher than level 5, but level 5 is a good, nice number. And it won't take you that long to get a pet to level 5. I'm showing you all these little tips first, and then I'll go show you the age. That's what we're gonna do. So that's the pets method. You just buy, and each race's area has its own little pets. And in different videos, I'll show you where to go to buy the little pets. I'll probably just do a whole video just well, not a whole video because I'll have to go to different places, but once we get high enough, I can just port around, then I'll go to the different starting areas and I'll show you where to get them from. Now this thing here is where the horde have come and attacked and they've killed him, and then he had to come rest. That's what that is. Okay, so professions. One of the main questions that you're going to get asked, or you're going to ask yourself, is what are the best professions to go? Now, it just depends on what you like to do. If you don't mind going out in the wilds and just grinding stuff out, the gathering professions are really good for that. You can make money off these. You can make money off of mining without actually going out into the wild and gathering herbs. It's one of the only ones you can do, because you can get stuff off the age and then turn it into other stuff and put it back on the age. So say if you get mining and then you go to age and you buy a bunch of copper ore, this will require you to actually have money ahead of time. But you can buy a lot of copper ore and then turn the copper ore into bars. You don't want to sell the copper ore as copper ore or copper bars. You want to keep that. When you get so high, you'll unlock 10, and then you can buy 10 off the age and then turn it into bars. And once you get so high, you can unlock bronze. And bronze, you mix copper and tin, and that'll give you bronze bars. And it's 1 bar of copper and 1 bar of tin will give you 2 bars of bronze. So you're getting double the amount. So you want to keep, when you're searching for on the age, you want to buy stacks, and you want to keep the cost of both stacks together being under 10 gold, and that'll make you a nice double profit on it. So if you get 1 stack for 5 gold of copper and then 1 stack of 10 for 5 copper, and then you can mix those two together, and you'll probably gain about 20 gold off of it, depending on your server. You want to make sure you scan the age and keep up on the prices of stuff you want to sell and make money off of. Another good one is iron. You can take iron and coal, which you can buy from the blacksmith supplier. I don't know if this guy sells coal. No, he doesn't.
For the Alliance.
See if there's a blacksmith supplier in here. I don't believe there is. Cloth. That's weapons. Armor. No, there's not. But anyway, the blacksmithing supplier, which you'll see blacksmithing supplier, will have coal in it, and you take the coal and iron, and that'll give you steel. Steel sells for twice the amount of iron usually. You just buy iron, smelt it down, turn it into steel, and then sell it back on the edge. So that's a couple ways. Cloth. You can go tailoring. I wouldn't advise go tailoring unless you're going to go enchanting. And the reason why that is Tailoring goes real nice with enchanting, and you get double bonuses there. Because enchanting lets you enchant your rings when you get to max level, and tailoring lets you enchant your cloak and your pants. So you have 4 pieces of items that you can enchant that you wouldn't normally be able to enchant without those. So those two go real good together. Also, the good combination is enchanting and joy crafting. Now, what enchanting is basically you take items and you disenchant those to get materials, and then you can infuse your other gear with magic from those materials. So you learn recipes and different enchantments that way. Either one's real good. Joy crafting is going to require you to buy a large amounts of ore, but you can make money off of that too. We're not going to get into that stuff. We want to get to like really easy ways to do it at the beginning. One of the easiest ways to actually make money in the game is to actually get fishing. It'll require you to spend a lot of time sitting in one spot just fishing, but people hate doing it, and because they hate doing it, it sells good on the age. So that's about the best way to make money at the start, and it's the cheapest way too, because you can just buy a fishing rod, get fishing, and that's going to be less than probably 10 silver, and then you can just fish and then sell that on the age. And it's a secondary profession. Now the difference between primary professions and secondary professions is, let me bring that up. Let's see. Okay. You can only have 2 primary professions, okay? And then you can have all of these down here: archaeology, fishing, cooking, and first aid. You can have all of those and level them up at once. But out of all the primary professions, you can only have 2 of them, and if you delete them, they're gone, and you have to re-level them all over again. So you can actually get 1 professions just to make money off of them, and then delete those, and then start on your main professions that you're actually wanting to use to actually benefit your tune and what spec and design you want to go with your tune. But that's one strategy you can use. But fishing is one of the only methods that you can go and real cheaply gain money. And I'm not going to show you that whole process on camera, but I'll tell you it's a really good way. And basically all you need is a water pool. So we're going to hop on here and we'll go to AH, and I'll show you that.
Hello.
So it's free to travel from your starting town to Stormwind.
Good.
That goes for any starting town in any capital city. So if I go over the Dwarven area, I could go from that starting town in the Dwarven area up to Ironforge for free without having to pay for it. Now, other flight paths do require money, so be careful. So this is Stormin. We haven't been here on our tunes yet, so this is the first time we've been here. I will be starting a level 5 twink. I know nobody knows what that is, and I'll go over what that is later in a later video. But basically what I'm going to do is we're going to cap the experience off on him, and I'm going to use him to do the rest of the starting areas on the ally side, and then I'll do a level 5 twink on the horde side, and to show off the starting areas over there that I can show off. This is the AH. Now on the ally side, there's usually 3 guys up here, and they're usually human. They're usually whatever race is that area. The Stormin will be human. The Dwarven areas, it's dwarves, and so on. Gnomes don't have their own city as of yet, so there's still be the Dwarven Ironforge city. So, but you right click on him, and if you did the add-on that I told you to get, which is Auctionator. Now I do have another add-on here, but you don't need that. There'll be a button up here that will tell you to scan the age. And then you just hit the scan button. It's weird. But it's not on here right now. I'll fix it up later on, but you hit the scan button, it'll scan the age completely full of let's see if I can cut that on without cutting the video. So give me a second, guys. We'll log out. And hopefully that won't mess the video up. We'll go to the add-ons. I don't know why that's on or that. This is the add-on window. And we're going to cut that GUI one off right now. Okay. And make sure it's not on, so that would be why. Dependency. Okay, let's enable off, and then we'll cut off all the out-of-date ones. Bulk mail. That is a really awesome add-on that's out of date, so you can't use it anymore. There we go. Let's get all these UIs off too. Okay. There we go. And then we'll go back in. And like I said, hopefully this didn't cut the video. I'll check it before I post it. There are a couple of ways to make money that's kind of cheaty, and it's kind of frowned upon, so I won't go over those. You can post them in the comments below if you want to. It involves going around to vendors and stuff. And then that's all I'll say about that. Okay, so this is the default UI. You right click on this dude, and up here, if you got the Auctionator add-on, you'll have this little scan button here, and you'll hit this button twice and it will scan the age for you. It'll scan each item and then register the price and save it to your system. And the more items it has to scan, the longer it takes. And as you can see right now, I'm scanning every item that's on the age, recording and playing WoW, and it's doing it pretty fast. Now once it gets done scanning, it has a processing to where it processes all the information it just got through scanning. And once you start doing this every day, when you scroll over an item, it'll tell you what the average price is on the AH. If it sells on the AH. If it doesn't sell on the AH, it won't tell you anything. So that's how that works. And I wish I had something that actually sold. Let's go. Let's go over here to the enchanter. I know something that sells on the AH. If you're an inscriptioner, you can make little enchanting vellums, and enchanters can enchant these and then sell the enchanting vellums on the AH. So that's kind of nice. But they also sell the vellums here at the enchanting shop. You can just buy them from them instead of buying them off the AH. And they're right here. And it's says that the bid is 24, buyout 30 coppers. And you see, here we go. Like this strange dust here. It sells on the H for 2 gold and 30 silver. And the buyout is 2 gold and 48 silver. But you can buy it for 7. You don't want to sell. You don't want to go to these vendors and buy all this stuff out though, and then sell those. That's kind of cheaty though. You want to make stuff and then disenchant it and then do it that way. So, one of the ways you can make money is once you get up a little bit of supplies, go around and do some of the quest, and then gather up the. It's funny. It's like switches to different. That's weird. I'm gonna have to check that. Oh, it's raining. Okay, and then it's not raining over there, I guess. Go around and kill like the mobs outside in the forest, and get up the like boar meat and the wolf meat and stuff like that, and then come sell it on the AH, and that should give you some starting money to go with. And then once you get like 10 gold or so, you can come on here and look for these things called essence. And I'm totally spelling that wrong. Is it C? It is C. Now, this is how this works. You look up the greater form of it and the lesser form of this. Now, if you look at this, the greater form you can turn into 3 lesser essences. And the lesser essences, you can turn 3 of those into a greater essence. And the way this works is you find one on the AH. So see, this says greater essence, so we're going to just search for planar essence, and that lists all the planar essence on the edge, lessers and graders. Now, as you can see, I can buy greater planar essence for 3 gold and 25 silver, and they are selling lesser essences on the H for 75 gold. You can turn 3 of these, one of these into 3 of these. So you spend 3 gold, and by the age prices, you can sell that for 75 gold a piece. So that's a pretty big profit. And since this right here says 75 here, any price you put on these, you could actually sell them for 3 gold a piece here and make your money back threefold. You make 3 times the profit off of just that. So you can go through all these essences and buy the cheap greater essences and then turn them into lessers and sell them back. You can do the opposite of that too. You can check the prices, and what you do is to take the price of the lessers and times that by 3, and if the greater essences sells for more than that, then you can turn the lessers into graders and then sell them back. That's how that works too. I've already told you about the ores. You can buy copper 10 and then turn that to bronze and then sell the bronze back on here. And you can buy iron when you get up high enough to smelt iron. You can smelt iron down in the bars, and then you can buy the coal from the blacksmithing supply dude, and then you can just smelt that into steel and then sell the steel. Now the reason that is because blacksmithing uses so much bars of stuff. It's easier for them just to buy it off the AH than it is to actually go mining the stuff out. Because sometimes you need 200-300 bars just to get up like 10 points. So you're going to be selling a lot of that stuff. So You just have to work through what professions you want to go at the beginning. And remember, do go ahead and get fishing as when you're starting professions, and go ahead and do some fishing and bring it to here and post it on the AH, because you're totally getting it for free and it's not costing you anything, and then you just have to put like a deposit down to post it on the AH. Now if you do come to Stormin and you're going to do the fishing thing, there was a fishing guy right out here. I think they moved him though. Did they move him? Now he used to be right here, but I think my wife said they moved him up to the next one. Nope, there's the fishing dude and there's the supply guy. Now usually these two guys will be together. The supply guy, trainer, and supply guy will usually be right there together. And you can talk to him and train up in fishing, and then you can talk to her and buy a fishing rod. It's 22 coppers. You need to have fishing first though, and you want to use these babbles, and it gives you a buff to your fishing skill for 10 minutes, and you need a higher rank to use the higher levels of them. And it also has the cooking recipe. Don't cook them. Sell all the fish that you catch. Sell. And you also catch like random junk items that you can sell. That'll also give you some money. The last quick way that you can actually gain some money in WoW, right off the bat, and this will be the last tip I give you, and then you will end it here. People will post a little guy in the middle of Stormwind somewhere, and I don't think they've got one out right now. It's usually over here, or they'll post it over in the Dwarven district near the bank, and it's called a Blingatron. Right? It's a little short gnome looking guy that's a completely made out of metal, like robot looking thing. And he's a daily quest for your whole account, so you can't go on multiple tunes and get it multiple times. You can only get it once per day for your entire account. But at the start of the game, you can take your tune and go over there and right click on him, and he'll give you a little present. Now most of the time the presents he gives you is junk items, okay? But those junk items usually sell for gold, not silver and coppers. And there's a chance that it'll drop junk items that sell for like 20, 30, 40 gold. I've had one that sells for 150 gold before. So that is about the easiest way for you to grab some good starting gold. Find somebody that's posted down a Blingatron and grab it. Do make sure that you decide before you start which profession you're going to go. You don't want to be doing 5 or 6 different tunes once you've gotten your full account and that you're ready to level. You don't want to spend a bunch of time trying to figure out which tune, and you don't want to have to re-level, have to spend a month, which is basically $15, figuring out which tune you want to make, or re-leveling a tune because you didn't like it. Last thing, this dude here sells bags.
Step on up.
And not only does he sell regular bags, they are quite expensive, and you might be able to find bags cheaper, excuse me, on the AH. But these bags here are profession bags. So if you go one of these professions here, make sure you come in here and grab one of these bags and keep it on you. And you might want to go ahead and buy another bag and put it in your bank.
See you around.
Now your banks are character bound, so you can't access them on alternate accounts unless you use the guild bank, which is that little thing back there. And this is your bank. You just right click on him,
Greetings.
and then you can just put items in there. And you got these slots, plus you can unlock bag slots.
Go with honor, friend.
I know that I said that was the last thing, but I want to show you one of the good items. When you're looking for bags to start out with, you don't want to go too expensive. So you want to just search for bags and then hit search. And you want to take any of the names off of there, obviously. And then you want to put that in order by price. And you want to go down and you want to look at the actual slots. Now you see this bag here is 90 silver. This one's 1 gold. This one's 1 gold and 20 silver. But it is a 10 slot, whereas these other ones are 6 slots. So you get 4 more slots for only 20 more silver. So you want to actually go on here and look to see the good slots. Here, like here's the 12 slot for another gold. Also, some of these things bind to you, so you want to make sure that you're buying ones that don't bind. Rune cloth bags are actually the best ones for you to buy at the start, and there's also mooncloth bags, but they're kind of expensive. The mooncloth bags, see if we can find one on here. Like this right here, it binds when you equip it, whereas the runecloth bags do not. But these bags are 16 slots. Now, I don't know if anybody's going to have any mooncloth bags on here because they're kind of hard to make. But a mooncloth bag, there's one, mooncloth bag. It's a 16 slot bag and it's green, but it does not bind when you equip it. So if you start another tune and you've bought the bigger bags for them, you can take these bags off and send them to your new tune when you start them. So you can keep your mooncloth bags on you and then just transfer them to your new tune whenever you start a new tune, which is really, really good. Especially if you like to have your tunes do their own little thing and don't send them money over. So that's about all the time we got for today. If you like this video, make sure you smack that like button. If you want to know when I produce more of these videos, you just hit the subscribe button and it'll send you a little notification when I have a new video out. And if you want to share this video with your friends, let them see what these good tips I'm giving you. There's a little share tab down there. Just click the share tab, copy it, and you can post it on any of your Facebook pages, or Twitter, or wherever. And I will see you on the next episode.